Sir, those look heavy. Can I hold them for you? Hello, and welcome to Lovely Pressed Flowers. This is a horror romance visual novel in which you are a plant researcher. However, lately, you notice that a lot of your coworkers are going missing. Let's get started. Welcome, Daedalus Laboratories employee. Signing in. Please remember to also sign in your Maverum Corp account. Please identify yourself. There we go. Please enter your name. Yinny. Greetings, Dr. Yinny. Welcome back to work. Please check in with your laboratory supervisor. Then, proceed to your quarters for the night. Am I gonna get eaten and in like a non-sexy way? Oh god. Remember to read both your documents and instructions from Dr. H. Oh yeah, this is like a point-and-click exploration thing. Sunlight. It's turned on. Why am I being watched? What if I want to fandangle? It's not time to sleep yet. I still have work to do. Let's see. Project introduction. I'm gonna move myself because I think I'm in the way. Ah! I'm gonna move myself down here. Project introduction. Project Mandrake. Daedalus Laboratories has long been working hard to study safe forms of interdimensional travel and to research alternate worlds discovered. In recent years, Project Backrooms, started in 1970, redacted, has yielded interesting results. The discovery of this plane of existence brings up much potential of its usage, such as for military, medicinal, and civilian housing. However, researchers of Project Backrooms discovered that certain locations in the backrooms have anomalous environments that may affect biological matter in unknown ways. Project Mandrake was created to study those anomalous... I can't pronounce that word! Project Mandrake was created to study those anomalous effects. We aim to send various types of plant life into multiple locations of the backrooms, retrieve them, and study their effects on plant samples. We view it as a form of alchemy, where we allow the anomalous environments of those locations to alter plant life and study the transmutation that has occurred. We hope that we can discover effects and changes that can benefit the company and humanity as a whole. Methods. Plants are introduced and germinated within various locations of the backrooms. Oh, I can't read the rest of it? No! Oh, I thought that was like very pixelated, so I thought it was like a nude. Okay, flower laboratory. 1. Retrieve the flowers using the computer. 2. Take the flowers from the flower shoot. 3. Study the flowers at the flower desk. 1. Transmutated flower. Compare it against the original flower. Alright, leave the sleeping quarters? Yes. Let's head out. So this is my bedroom. Those rooms are my co-workers' sleeping quarters. I haven't seen them in a while now. No, that's my room. Alright, let's head here. Go to the flower laboratory to start working? Yes. Alright, so why is flower shoot written in blood? So, step 1. Obtain flower from the computer. Retrieve plant samples through the interdimensional portal? Yes. Step 1. To the flower hole. Flowers have been teleported into the lab and retrieved via the flower shoot. And step 3. Study the flower. Lily. Note down any changes to the petal. The petals are smaller. The petals are bigger. I mean, the colors are different though. No changes. Note down any changes to the flower's size. No. Note down any other changes. Patterns are inverted. You finished observation. Press the flower. Confirm. I leapt back from my study desk at the noise. Someone came clattering into the laboratory, stumbling as if she had been leaning against the door before falling in. A file and a handful of wrapped candies scattered across the pristine, sterilized floor. Oh, Calla's cute. Dr. Calla! Yeah, hi there, Yinny. I was wondering if Florian was with you here today, but it looks like he's not here. Sorry about the noise and the mess, hope I'm not interrupting anything important. Well, you kind of are, but she didn't seem to hear me, being too distracted and kneeling down to pick up her file in each suite one by one. It's kind of dark around in your sector. I couldn't see and tripped against the side of the door. How do you guys see in here anyway? Everything's always covered in shadows. I will help her pick up the sweets. I hesitate before dragging myself away from my work with a sigh. I knelt down beside her to help her pick up the sweets. Despite my haste, she was far faster than me, simply scooping up the sweets swiftly with her hands. We're used to the dark, I guess. It doesn't really bother me anymore. Makes sense. Your eyes can adjust to low-level environments after being in one for a while. And you've been working here for like what? 8 months? A year? Honestly, I can't remember. Pretty sure it's been at least a year, but I've lost count. Calla nodded, standing back up. I handed the rest of the sweets back to her. She smiled at me, tucking the sweets back into her clothes under her lab coat. Besides, the plants we work with are pretty sensitive. We keep the lights low to avoid any reactions when we're studying them. I see. She glanced around the lab, her gaze traveling from the computer screen across the room to the study desk. How's things with the project, by the way? I've always wished I could work closer with the extra-dimensional stuff. She sighed dramatically, lifting her hand to her face. Alas, I am but confined to engineering and robotics. We get to build the stuff to be sent into the backrooms to help the researchers there, but never access it ourselves. It's just building stuff, watching them blow up, and then trying to build it again. Well, speaking of plants, I really should be getting back to work, no? That sounds kind of interesting. Continue dialogue. I mean, sending plants in and out of the backrooms isn't that interesting after a while. Let's pick the middle one. Oh, you think so? Must be the explosion thing, huh? I guess it's kind of interesting, but it gets tiring after a while. We're always pushing deadlines when it comes to building stuff. Like, you want to finish the project something before the deadline and it just refuses to work. And you're panicking because you know you have to get it done. Other sectors are counting on you, and you have Daedalus and Maverick breathing down your neck. And you're terrified because you know the Maverick might do something if you keep missing deadlines. About that, Dr. Calla. She froze, glancing upwards at the corners of the laboratory ceiling for a bit. Sorry about that. I got carried away. I don't hate my job. No, I love building machines and robots. Just kinda wish I could deal with the backrooms and other weird phenomena more directly. I would love to be closer to the action. Anyway, it looks like you're working alone here today. Yeah, I haven't seen my coworkers in a while. That's a bit weird. I think they're just busy with other projects, so they're not working in this lab. I see. When was the last time you seen any of them? Like, coming out of their rooms or the corridor? Days. Oh, days. It really has been days, huh? Sometimes it feels longer than that. Longer than you think. Do you feel like the days have just been repeating themselves? Calla was staring off into space, despondent. Her expression made me recoil a little. Are you okay? No, I need a second. She continued to stare into the void. Her expression was still as unsettling as before, but suddenly her expression snapped back into her usual smile. It looked as if the shadows lifted around her a little. It must be pretty lonely here without your coworkers around. I'll try and come see you more often, whenever I'm free from work. Or you can come and see me if you like. It'll be good to step out of the lab for a bit. It almost seemed that she had no recollection of what had happened. I shouldn't keep you from doing your work, but before I go... She rummaged through her clothes pocket for one of her sweets, took my hand and pressed the sweet into my palm. A bit of candy never hurt anyone. Hope it cheers you up. I'll be kinda busy tomorrow, but I'll try and visit you again the day after. See you, Yinny. With that, she gave me a little wave with her hand mostly covered by her lab coat sleeve and saunters out of the lab. I place the sweet into my pocket, watching as she almost stumbles again as she walked down the darkened corridor. The shadows seemed to settle back around me in the lab as she left, along with the usual silence. I head back into the study desk, finding myself moving quietly as if I was afraid to stir the shadows. Wait, this has like extra long flower penises growing out of it. Colors have changed. No change to the colors. Flower has additional growths. The flower weeder is elongated. Press the flower. What the fuck is that? Please don't do that. Hey, hang on a second. Ah! Oh no! Alright, okay. It's okay. I should head to bed. It's getting late. You studied 2 out of 3 flowers today, and answered 6 out of 8 questions correctly. You did very well, Dr. Yinny. We at Daedalus Laboratories and Maverick Corp are satisfied with your performance. Return to your sleeping quarters and rest for the night. Bam! What the No! Fuck. Hey look, there's extra bits now. Plants are introduced and germinated within the various locations of the backrooms. Locations with no soil has had soil sourced from the geology department. Retrieval of flowers, stem, roots and fruits and leaves from the plants are done via computer-controlled porting systems. Samples are studied by comparing them against samples from the same plant species, and phenotypes grown in the laboratory greenhouse, in brackets, control sample. Results. As of current, there has been a wide variety of mutations. Some plant samples return unchanged, or some have small mutations such as the color and shape, inversion of patterns and unusual growths. However, some samples have had unexplainable mutations, such as plant samples moving slowly on their own, growing while not connected to the original plant body. Okay, I can't read any more from this. There's nothing better jump me when I put the document down. Don't you dare! Yeah. Okay. Hello? I need to get my flowers. Please don't jump scare me. I'm really small. Yeah. Wisteria. Well, the colors have changed for this one. Colors have changed. Flowers. No, motherfucker. No. Oh god. Oh god, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, oh, Jesus. Some of the color of the flower has changed. The flower appears to be shifting. The flower is shifting into different colors. Uh-huh. Oh, but I should not be playing this game. Alright, no. I should not be playing this game. I can't even react to how cute Florian is. Hi. There! Startled. I accidentally drag a few things off the table with me as I leap back. Dr. Florian! Hey, Yinny. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'll help pick those up for you. That would be nice, thank you. Florian bent down and I followed suit. Together, we carefully picked up the equipment and returned them to the table. Nothing seemed damaged, and I was relieved that none of the precious flower samples got dragged down onto the floor. Florian took a step back after he handed the equipment to me. So, is there a reason you were standing behind me silently? I asked as I rearranged the equipment back into their usual spots on the table. Just wanted to check up on you. Oh, seems like Calla isn't here. Thought she'd be visiting you today too. I mean, Calla did say she was busy. Looks like you're kinda busy. Yeah, I'm pretty busy, but is there something that you needed? Not really, no. Sorry for scaring you, by the way. It's okay, you wanna go on a date? I keep doing that to people on accident. I didn't mean to. Just wanted to check up on you, see if everything's okay. Haven't seen you outside your sector for a while. Do you just go between the sleeping quarters and the lab all day? Well, the project's been picking up, and I've been really busy. I haven't had much time to do anything else. You okay, Florian? That doesn't sound very healthy. What have you been eating? I get food delivered to me from the cafeteria. It's much faster than going out to eat. Florian frowned even more usually than he did, shaking his head. I mean, I do take a day off every week. What do you do on that day off? I, stay in my room? Florian sighed. Does your supervisor know about this? Did he ask you to work so hard that you never leave your sector? No, I wrinkled my forehead, feeling like I was forgetting something. Florian glanced around, looking down at the corridor behind him. Where is he, anyway? There was no one in the bedrooms when I passed them. I'm not sure. He's probably busy in some other sector, I guess. When was the last time you saw him? Or any of your coworkers? Well, at any rate, you really should take a break from your work now and then. Get some sunlight, get something nice to eat. You know, something to make you happy. I really need to get this project done. We've been getting some pretty good results from the plants. I think we're close to getting some breakthroughs on how the backrooms affects biological matter. Working too hard and not getting much sun or fresh air is still bad for you, though. Yeah, but... Oh, Jesus! No! What? And besides, I shouldn't be lecturing you like this, sorry. What? What? I thought I saw... Hey, you don't look very well. Here, take a seat. He reached out to grab a chair for me. Yeah, that's very sweet of you. Florian moved one of the chairs over to me, dragging it across the floor almost noiselessly. I sat down, one hand on my temple. I could hardly remember what I saw that gave me such a bad shock, but the thought of it still lingers in my mind, and it was making my eyes burn. Florian stood by me, head tilted slightly in concern. I think you need more rest, Yinny. I'm fine. You don't exactly look fine. He glanced around the lab at the various items on the desk and the computer screen. He leaned closer to me to speak. Tell you what, I'll make something home cooked for you. Aww. I have some extra work tomorrow, but I'll visit you again the day after tomorrow, and I'll have some food for you then. It's fine, you don't need to... It's better than just eating cafeteria food every day. You need more variety. And besides, I'm sure home-cooked food tastes better and is healthier. I relented, giving him a small nod. Florian is so sweet. Nothing better happened to Calla or Florian. They're very kind. He seemed satisfied by that. So, what's going on with you lately? Just been working on the usual soil sample studies. Researchers go into the other dimensions and areas to collect samples, and we test them. Probably better none of us go in there ourselves, I guess. I don't trust myself or any of my coworkers to deal with the dangers there. He looked around the lab another time, his gaze resting on the computer screen for a bit. Although there haven't been a lot of soil samples from the backrooms. There's not much soil there anyway. I don't think we can test carpet samples. I found myself cracking into a small smile at his joke. Sounds like you haven't been as busy as usual. Yeah, that's why I've had more time to make homemade food. As long as Maverick doesn't come peering down at what we're doing again, we just kinda do whatever during our free time. Anyway. Oh, the blush! That's so cute! Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Don't want Maverick operatives coming in and seeing us chatting for so long. See, Yinny. With that, he left the lab as quietly as he entered. The only noise he made was him opening and closing the sector door. Alright, last time I did this, something scary appeared, so I'm just gonna pepper my Angus. He smiled at me. He did, it was very cute, but now I'm scared. I turned back to my work, still with the image of Florian's smile in my mind. Once again, the shadows in the room seemed to settle more heavily now that I was alone again. Oh, this flower looks kind of f***ed up. Petals have been rearranged. The flower is elongated. It appears humanoid. It does. He studied 3 out of 4 flowers today and answered 7 out of 12 questions correctly. You did very well, Dr. Yinny. Nah, I am terrified right now. Is there something I can hug? Wow. Well, at least they're satisfied with my performance. Return to sleeping quarters. Me. Thank you. At least nothing appeared today. Oh my god. Okay, I need to go get my cat. I don't think I can handle this on my own. My god. As of current, there have been a wide variety of mutations. Some plant samples return unchanged. Some have small mutations such as the change of color and shape, inversion of patterns and unusual growths. However, some samples have had unexplainable mutations, such as plant samples moving slowly on their own, growing while not connected to the original plant body, bleeding. Bleeding? Blood collected was sent to the forensics department for testing, shifting in and out of existence, emitting noises such as breathing or screams. We are unsure of how those effects can be utilized for company benefit. More testing has been requested. Researchers are warned about coming in contact with entities in the backrooms. One such entity was encountered during Project Backrooms has been more active since its discovery. Oh, what the f*** is that? Why are there flowers outside my room? I don't remember seeing those there before. Okay, well, time to go to the lab. Puddles, please don't go! Puddles, come back! My cat left me! Okay, well, he's hot, so it's okay. Hi, come here often. Sir, those look heavy. Can I hold them for you? Greetings, Dr. Yinny. Absolutely delighted to see you here far earlier than usual. You're hot. Who? Have the reports of the past days been compiled and stacked on my desk? You appear confused. I don't know you. One side of my head was pounding and I felt my eyes burning again. Surely my absence has not caused you to be unable to recall who I am. Oh, you're the lab supervisor, aren't you? Indeed, I am Dr. Zacharias. How odd that you've forgotten as we've worked tirelessly on this project for the past 2 years. His voice was starting to make my ears ring. I see. I felt like something was missing in my head. The pounding grew a little worse. I mean, you know what else? You know what other kind of pounding you can give me later? My apologies for being absent from the laboratory, but I have returned. I shall be supervising the project as I have done before. Any questions, Dr. Yinny? So, your name is Dr. Zacharias? As I have stated before, indeed, my name is Dr. Zacharias. You may address me as Dr. Nemesis if you'd like, but I much prefer if you were to refer to me by my first name. I see. Where were you all this time? I've been occupied with other projects, and I've been quite busy with some art pieces. I do find joy in creation during my spare time. Even now I'm working on a painting. It was only then did I notice the painting on an easel in the lab, looking very out of place in a sterilized environment. I have yet to find an apt title for it, nor can I show it to anyone, but it shall be done at the end of the week. What other projects have you been working on? He shrugged lightly. They're classified information, but perhaps I shall inform you of them later. Well, don't have any other questions? Ah, very well. Now, perhaps you can return to your work. I do hope that you recall the limitations set upon us by Daedalus Laboratories. At least 3 reports a day. Yes, I know that. I found myself a little distracted because of the massive boobas. Have you notice anything different about this place? No, I do not know of any changes, but perhaps I do not remember them as it has been some time since my presence here. I just noticed some changes in the bedrooms and the hallway. Have you now? How odd. But perhaps, as I've said before, I've not been here for some time. Perhaps the changes happened in my absence. To proceed with your flower studies and reports, I shall be working on mine and painting in the meantime. He moved away back to his desk, still humming to himself. I decided to continue with my work. Oh god. To be continued, but I want more. Oh my god. Okay. This was really good, but there were parts in which I was genuinely quite frightened. The bits with Zacharias was great. I know Zacharias is actually a character persistent in the dev's other games as well, so it's nice to see a recurring character throughout. Very obviously, Zacharias is the sus person in the game. I do also like the other characters introduced, like Calla and Florian, except I'm quite worried because I feel like Calla might have disappeared and I don't know what's going to happen to Florian, but I'm very, very worried. Anyway, I love this though. I love the atmosphere and the setting, and also the art as well. I thought it like all linked together in like a really nice dark and gritty way. But I'm very, very excited to see more. I will definitely check out the devs' other games though. They'll probably scare me just as much as this one. Yay! Anyways, thank you so much for watching and experiencing this with me though. If you guys like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And if you guys want to hang out outside the stream, I stream on Twitch 4 times a week. Feel free to come over and say hi. Anyways, that is all for now, and until next time, take care.